me confirm we're live. Yep. Oh, shit. Actually, I need to edit this title. Today's the 15th. Save. Alright, welcome back to the stream, guys. As always, let me get the disclaimer out of the way. Any and all information discussed here is for entertainment purposes only and should not be considered tax advice, legal, or investment advice. A referral to a commodity is not an indication to buy or sell. That commodity, day trading is risky and most traders lose money. Past and current results is not any indicator for future results. That being said, welcome back to the stream. I am popping on way too late. Not ideal. I kind of wish I was here like an half hour ago, but it is what it is. So let's get this show on the road. We've been trending up quite a lot recently. Really strong push. Flat day now. Peaked and then pull back, maybe. Sure. I'm seeing a couple ups and downs through today. Let's go down to the 1 hour. This was yesterday. Golly. Okay, so this peaked yesterday morning actually, and I wish I had taken that trade. I did not. This is gone. This is gone. We trended up all day yesterday. Low of this week. Low of this week would be I'd say that actually. High of this week. Oh, that's high of last week. High of this week is this. Okay. And then yesterday's close. There. We've been down the whole day. Overnight low. It's probably this. Actually. So this is the range we're in. We're closed here, tapped, and then we're pushing up. We're probably gonna come back up to here before we find a rejection. Okay. Fib points already hit right off of the open. Right, already hit. So I mean, this would be the area to go long, but if we drop down to a 2 minute, that was hit already. This area was hit. It was this spot right here. So that's a problem. Okay, so I don't have any fib points on the for longs. I do have one for short that just got entered. Oh, wrong button. Literally right there. Well, that was a 30-point drop back down too. All right, so I'm flying in the dark right now is what I'm seeing. Let's actually go over to ES. We'll check their chart real quick. Manufacturing goods came out. Capitalization. Gas is at 10.30. Okay. Same thing here. We were overextended and now we're pulling back. Drop down to the 1 hour. Yesterday's close. Overnight high. Overnight low at 8 o'clock. Yesterday's close. This week's high. That's high of week. I'm looking at the wrong chart. Love that. Yeah. So this got tapped yesterday. Same thing with this. This technically didn't get tapped, but it was pretty close in. As it is close, overnight low. That's technically overnight high. I'm gonna put a thing right here. And then okay. As far as fibs go, we're in it now. So there's that, and then this obviously would fail. So okay. Again, kind of flying blind, but it is what it is. Also my fault for joining in late. Because it looks like there was a bunch of pre-market setups that could have been handled properly if I was here on time. It is what it is. You win some, you lose some. Right now, we're looking for the 30-point rejection off of here at 92, 93-ish, and then the next one is here. If it pulls back from this point and then continues up, then I'll take a long off of this. I'm gonna put a resistance line right here. Actually, zone. And change this to supply zone. Oh, I know what it does in this area. It's a 10-point move, but you never know. MNQ, flat, up, flat, up. Volume's a little all over the place. I think today or tomorrow is the end of the previous contracts. So that being said, volume might be a little all over the place here because people are still trading or finally closing out their previous ones. I don't know if that's truly the case or not. I wouldn't want to be in a position in the other one. But like I said, it is what it is. These are all solid. Not really any news coming out today. Let's see. Ninja Trader is good. OBS is solid. Volume is good. All right. It's a really strong push. Nice. Oof. Alright, that was an really spotted that resistance line. We'll see if it tries to, if it fails to make a new high, I'll enter a short. Well, no, I wouldn't. I would wait for this. Because now there's a divergence. So if it fails, over the course of the next 2 minutes, if it fails to make a new high, and then pulls back a little bit and then retests the high again, on the fail of the second retest, I'd enter. Part of me wants to enter it because we're at a zone, but I don't know how strong this zone is. It was an overnight zone, you know. This is from 4 a.m. Although, like, yeah, this could be a solid place. I don't know that. Same thing with this one over here. Our real strongest one is the resistance up here. We're not anywhere near that right now. We're 50 points away. So is it possible that this just does a little pullback and then a continuation? Sure. Honestly, we'll see what the indicators are telling me while with price. This is one of those things where if we consolidate and I got long bottom wicks, I'll put in an order for a long. Moment of truth. Just push a little bit harder. Okay. So we're well, the ES looks really strong. And we tested yesterday's close on the ES. We're doing a little bit of a pullback. Let's see if there's any follow through on this. Here's VWAP. I have 47. Okay. The next zone of resistance was cracked. There's some turbulence, but it was hit. So the next one is high of week. So we're gonna close this out. And we wanna, actually, I lied. I wanna see if this becomes support now. I don't particularly like the fact that there's quote unquote a lot of resistance over here. There is a lot of volume today, so that's good. even with a lot of volume, it feels like price is slowly going up. Now, obviously, it could just be the way that I have this set up, because technically that's what this looks like. Hive week is what I'm looking for, or yesterday's close. Candles are moving. Double top. I'm not entering too early. No shot. Currently, the best course of action is if this pulls back and then does a flip. I would be taking a long from down here to the upside to try to hit this. I don't think it's going to pull back. I think these are just going to keep going and then find a wall somewhere. It's just if the way that the volume looks and the candles look, it feels like all of the buyers are entering right now with little resistance, and then once they find a resistance against the sellers, that they're going to crumble. I don't know if that's the case. It feels it. That's the same time that we stopped. You see, like, that's the second candle that it stopped at the high of the previous candle, pulled back, and then continued up. This candle's gonna get eaten back up. The next candle's, this thing is gonna get eaten right back up. Okay, I like what price is doing. This next candle, I want to retest of the high, fail to make a new high, and then a push back down. Excuse me. At which point, that's where I'll feel comfortable entering. Wow, I think I just missed my opportunity. Well, no, never mind. That is a very bullish candle. That's a very bullish snap. Okay, so if it breaks this high, I go long. If it fails to make a high, I go short. It just made a new high on the ES. Yeah, see, this feels to me like it's wants to continue pushing up, but I want to see what it does when it comes here. I don't know, I might be hesitating, but I want to stick to my rule. I want to see it make a new high, and then I want to see it make a new high with the divergence, and then fail and make another high after the divergence. Am I being overly patient? Probably. Is it better for me to be patient and make sure I short the top? Absolutely. I've been finding a lot of success in recent weeks with head and shoulders. So this is shoulder. I want to see make a head, and then I want to see make another shoulder, and then I short. Price being stagnant like that is a problem. I feel like this was the retest of making a new high. But I feel like I'm wanting to see that. I'm gonna wait. I feel like I want to see that this is a failed attempt at making a new high. But with the way that price looks really stagnant here, I think it wants to blimp up again. And then our second retest to really empty out all of the buyers. You know, sometimes I really love when I say things and it happens almost instantly. It feels like I'm right. but that overly like correct thing is a problem. Like I said, there's some room for it to try the close of yesterday and the high of a week. I like that I'm close here to short this. Excuse me. And I'm glad that I kept this spot on because it really did test it a couple of times. I should have taken a lot. I should have took a long from somewhere in this range up to high of week, or like that's my potential. And if I had to cut out earlier, then I cut out earlier. But this is a range. We're chop. ES is flatlined. That's fine with me. Actually, ES has a triple top. With the divergence. Okay. Now, the only thing that would make this better is if this pushed high of week and flatline there, and then tried to retest a high of week. That would be the only thing that made this setup much better. Now it's obviously it's like 5-6 points apart, 7 points apart at max. So it's a possibility that it doesn't try it. But I'm liking the divergence here. There's no hidden divergence. Well, technically here. Oscillator is coming down as this was going up. But then after this candle, it brought it back up. 140 points from the low of the open to now. Okay. I'm curious on what this looks like on the daily. Alright. Show me something that I really want to see. The ES has flipped. The S&P has flipped. NASDAQ just pulled back. Pull back, retest, fail. I definitely have a short biases now because I know that that's what's worked for me. And like looking at this rejection, I should have entered a long position here and just let it run up. I didn't, obviously. Hmm.
Order submitted.
I feel like that's the right move. I'm not shorting that. Not here. Especially because that looks like a fib. Yep. So right here, I want to see this bounce back up, touch me in, and then tank. Come on. Oh, wow. I should have shorted that white line. was too greedy. Was I? I'm gonna wait. I'm not entering yet. Yeah, it's too greedy. This fail right here is where I should have entered. Potentially.
Order canceled.
I don't like the way that it pushed and pulled back. Massive divergences. The ES, seeing it on the ES, there was the retest. On the NQ, which is what I'm trading, there isn't a retest. Like I said, if it breaks to above this, I'm going long. If it fails to make a new high, I'm going short. I feel with these wicks going up this way, that I should go long, but volume isn't where it was, so that's my concern. Plus, there's divergence. Here we are. are strong. And the yes still flat. This was bullish. This going up like this and this going down like this was a bullish statement. Holy, what the fuck? But this is bearish. And 3 times in a row, I got bearish candles. So now let's see what happens here. Does it reverse back? Nope. I got distracted. I didn't see this. Are you serious? That's actually aggravating as all hell. Everything technically is showing me that price should reverse. But what it should and shouldn't do isn't an indication of what it is doing. So, going to take a long if it fails to break this low. If it does make this low, I'm taking a long on the pullback of the next shot. $10 points. Was I being overly patient? I mean, the only place that I would have been able to take part was here. 68 points, 80 points, 75 points. Yeah. This fail and then the retest, and as it was pulling back out, I should have entered at the top of this. At the top of this is where I could have entered for the continuation, because this was, I try to fail, try to short, fail. This was a trap, and this was an extremely bullish candle. But because I was looking for the reversal, I didn't take that. See, I keep trying to look for reversals, whether it's going up or going down, and I don't take what I should be taking. So, we'll see here if this we'll see how this closes, how this goes. I'm still, at this point, I am long bias. It looks too, like this is a very bullish chart. Obviously, price is flatlining here. So, like I said, if it comes down, fails, and tries to go up, that's where I'll enter long, and then I'll try to probably short it up here. I don't see price going much higher than this. So we'll see what it does here. This is my resistance line, or my support line. And here, 1, 2, 3. Now if it comes up, tries to make a new high, and fails to make a new high, then I'm shorting that. So long here, short here at 65. Well, here's the 13. And then market's completely flipped once it cracks through here, and then more so over here.
Order filled. Order submitted. Order submitted.
That's what I'm going for. Okay, cool. Now we'll move that up. Close.
Order filled.
It's probably gonna keep going, but to quick scalp. Oh, I should have kept waiting. I cut it at 10 points. Damn, I would have made another $200. I should have waited for up here. When my original concept, I said I'll make a little quickie. 157. I mean, it was 15 points. Could have kept going, and I should have cut it right at this line here. I would have been another $50 if I cut it at this line here, because I cut it at 39, 39.25, 39.25, 4.75 points. We're back in the middle, right at a resistance point. Let's see what we do. I think that's how I'm gonna have to trade this. Excuse me. That's a really bullish candle too. The way that just pulled back and held. Yeah, I should have held it because I had my pointage right here. 10 more points, it would have been donezo. Plus, I got this really fast. We are in a range though. Eh, whatever. I was able to pull out 150 bucks. If it fails to make this new high, I'm shorting it here. If it pulls back to make a higher low, then I'm taking another long position. Damn. Another 20 points after my exit. Now let's see. If it fails to make a new high, the high is here at 70.5. If it fails to do that, then I'm shorting. But until then, I'm waiting it out. Yeah, short here, long here. Yeah, this is one of those things where I'm just gonna have to keep scalping. See, now there's a divergence. Oscillator's making a higher high. Price isn't. Doom, 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 doom. Now, I don't know if that's a bias in any direction. It's a bearish. Excuse me. Wow, I really wish I held on to it then. I entered at like the most perfect place. And if I held on to it from here, $23.5. Wow. So instead of making 15 points, I would have made 50. Jesus. Well, actually, no, I wouldn't have because I had my lows here. But it still would have made a lot more money than what I just did. And again, see, I'm looking for reversals in an uptrend. I bought at the perfect place. If I held on, it would be great. Granted, though, I do say this. That helps me mentally. That I know what I'm doing a little bit. I just needed a base hit. Let's see what the ES is doing. A short setup is forming, it's just that we're not there yet. And at this point, I really don't know if we're gonna ever get there. Up, pull back, up, first divergence. Pull back, up, second divergence. Pull back, third divergence, technically. Up. And then now, it's technically still a divergence from here to here, but from here to here, we're fine. So like, I'm looking at the oscillator and I'm seeing like that there's weakness in this price action. And on top of that, it's not only like the indicators telling me one thing, price is just in a range. So this was a breakout, yeah, but was it a fake out breakout? Because that's what kind of looks like it right now. With how massive of a candle this is. But the issue here is there's no volume. Like, that is a really big candle for relatively what is low volume today. The volume is increasing, but so is the candle. It's getting even bigger and bigger. So am I bugging out? Let's see. If there's no follow through, there is no follow through. So that's just everybody closing out their positions, is what you're telling me. Delta's flat. Delta is flat. Oh no, Delta dropped. But not significantly. Excuse me. Oh, I want to see this. Okay. I'm going to log into Trade08. I want to see something on it. Lock in my display real quick. Okay. Two minutes. Okay, this was a really nice strong candle. Up, up. Yeah, Delta dropped, but look at it. There was more Delta buying here than it was in this. This doesn't show that. Does this change this at all? These values only matter when on trend changes is selected, so okay. And this is when it resets, and that's when it resets. But it's still different. Than what this looks like. Because reading this would indicate to me to buy at the bottom of this. Because delta isn't powerful enough, nor is the volume on it. You know what I'm saying? But with here, I mean, it just passed the previous one, but not by much. And volume is a lot lower, so that I think that would come down to me. This one trade was a minute long, pulling one contract $31. So the 5 together was 150 minus 157 minus the commissions. Not bad. Close that out. Yeah, I mean, Hmm. Honestly, I think I should just call it. I mean, I missed this trade, right? Because I feared of losing it, pulled out when I should have just waited it out. I would have gotten out somewhere over here, right? Instead of getting out at 39, I would have gone out at 64-ish, 65-ish, or even like 61-ish. Somewhere in that range is where I put my stop. That would have been another $200 to $300 on top of what I just did. Would have been like $200, and I would have been really happy. But because I didn't hit the number that I want to hit, I'm low key tight about it, high key tight about it. I think, and we're ranging up, like it's not, but it's flatlined. We look like we're at the top. It's not having that that push back down that I'm looking for. It's not a clean push. Is there news coming out today? It's a great question, right? Let's see if there's any news. There is a 4-week bill auction and a 4-week bill bid to cover auction. So I might just have to call it until tomorrow. Unless I go into full-on scalp mode. One contract at the ES, 10 points in, out. I mean, one E-mini of the NASDAQ instead of 10 micros. I do 10 micros so I could scale in and out, but if I'm not scaling, then I'd rather save the commission cost. I don't think it'd be a smart idea for me to do that, though. If it makes a new high, I'm calling it a day. You know, I saw that too, and I really was like, let me wick test this and then short somewhere here while it was pulling back. But then I was like, no, that's dumb. Don't do that. And it tanks. The issue is that there's no follow through. You know, like this closes like this, right? And then next candle goes up. So you could only scalp. It's not like you're taking any long positions or up. Like this is your zone. This is your zone. And this zone got broke out. And now this is your zone. The bottom of this, the top of this. But some of these aren't even reaching the top of that. When you look at a heat line in this context, we're flat. Chopping back and forth. I generally think today is just a chop day. Like, we're not... Yeah, no, I'm done. I'm calling it there. It's one of those things where I don't want to keep watching the charts and then be like, oh no, I'm going to do this here. I kind of did that here, and although I should have held on, I didn't, and I pulled out early, a lot earlier than I should have, but it wasn't part of my plan, really. I kind of just saw it happen. I was like, all right, let me, if it fails to make a new low, I'm going long, and it did. And on the pullback here, I entered to the up. This is finally what I wanted it to do, but told us chop, it literally could hit this yellow line and pull back, right? And it's not worth it. It's really not worth it. So thanks for watching. I'm gonna be back here tomorrow, actually trading. And then I'm not here on Monday, but I will be here Tuesday. So there's that. Looking forward to doing all that stuff. Yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Leave a like, subscribe.